Hi everyone, this is Donnie Perez and welcome to Candid Conversations from my heart. I've been doing a lot of, topics on depression, and the reason that I had split them up in small batches like that is because I know the attention span of the average human is probably 5 minutes. 5 minutes listening to anything, reading, or even watching stuff. Well, I think they have some kind of attention span problem. However, as I said, I didn't go into much details, really deep details, because then it's gonna have it would have infringed on the rights of others involved. I mean, in terms of family issues and stuff like that, and the average person tend to believe you don't bring your dirty laundry out there. Yes, I had a proper upbringing and stuff like that, because if it weren't for my parents and the way they brought us up in terms of principles, and I would not have been this kind of person I am now today. However, as I said, the circumstances around me created my depression. It wasn't abuse of any kind or anything. And I think it was a more emotional thing for me, where I was absorbing too much, I was seeing too much, I was seeing mistreatments and something like that. And it's not something that I probably adjusted to well, seeing it. And as a child, you kind of absorb everything with your little minds. But I must say though, my dad and I reconciled. And it's funny how we reconciled. The truth is, my surname being Perez actually is my mom's surname. My dad wasn't a Perez, it's my mom. And I just got mad one day after all the years of all this inward hate I had for my dad. I'm not proud of it, but I mean, it created those things that created that kind of, feelings. I decided one day, you know what? When I got a job, the first thing I'll do is change my names. My middle name actually was my first name, Carol. So I remember calling him over to my place where I was renting at that time, and I said to him, Daddy, I changed my names. So I handed him my new IDs, because as soon as they sent me my IDs, that's what I did. I called him and I said, come over, I need to talk with you. And I showed him my ID, and he looked at it. He said, okay. And from there on, he did something, not that really surprised me, but I think what it did is that it healed whatever pains that I had been carrying for years towards my dad. When he said to me, I'm so sorry for the way I treated you all when you all were younger, or even earlier, like a few years before I even started working, as the story is told in my depression videos. And those words just changed everything, every feeling, every hatred, any animosity I had towards my dad. They were just gone. They were gone in a blink. You see the power of forgiveness? You must try it. I know when he left that day, he must have felt relieved. And I was too. Because those words that he said, I'm sorry how I treated you all, just healed every wound that I was carrying. And since then, I don't know. I just felt as though my dad had a special love for me after. I don't know, probably he always did. But he was rather, I don't know if he wasn't showing it the way I expected it to. But from there on, I often felt special. He often made me feel special. He would call me every birthday, like he did all his children, of course. But then he would write me letters. He wrote me letters. He wrote me letters when I even moved back here, because as I said, I had gotten married and I got divorced and I came back here, and I was getting love letters from my dad. When I say love letters, letters that you just long to for years, that you wish you how should I explain this? He's now gone, but I know we reconciled. We reconciled. He was sorry about a lot of things, but I know you can't change the hands of time. But I know we have to learn to forgive and move on. And that's what I did. That is just what I did. So try and find that space in your heart. Whoever that person hurts you years ago, and I'm quite sure many of you would have gone through situations similar, or somebody just hurt you so bad, and you kind of find it hard to forgive them, or you're just waiting for them to say they're sorry, and it never comes. Learn to forgive yourself. Trust me on that one. I was so bitter for so long, too long. And until he came and he said to me he was sorry, I think back and I tell myself, I wonder if I would have ever forgiven him if he never told me he was sorry. I think I would have. Because I'm not a hateful person. It matters not what you did to me in the past. I don't carry those wounds with me. Because those wounds were actually the wounds that drove me further into depression. Learn to forgive. Learn and try to forget. Forget whatever hurts, whatever pains that you've been through. And I know probably it's a hard thing to do, because if that pain is right in front of you, there's evidence of it. It's hard. It's going to be harder. Yes, we have to learn. We must learn to forgive and forget. Because those who would have hurt us going on with their lives, some will never come to you and ask for forgiveness. They never will. So don't wait for it. Don't wait for it. Just pick up your life and carry on. The world will not wait for you. So you have to learn to let go of what is weighing you down and walk on. Go on with your life. Please, I beg you, whatever is hurting you, whatever pains, whatever discomforts and difficulties you had in life, or anybody have done you wrong, I beg you, learn to forgive. Learn to forget. It's hard. Forgetting is almost impossible. But learn to let it go. Let it go so you can be happy once more. So that you can be happy once more mentally. Because it's really a mental battle. carrying so much bitterness. Every time you see that person or you hear the name, oh, you cringe. You don't want to hear about them. I beg you, let it go. Let it go. It's not worth it. With all my love, this is Donique.